The bumpy drive in an ATV to the Rancheria Grande site doesn't feel particularly historic until you arrive at a panoramic ridgetop that once housed bands of American Indians. Now home to ranch land in Milam County, experts at this historically significant site point out landmarks that share tales of Indian and European interactions on the famous Camino Real de los Tejas.
The Rancheria Grande here in Milam County is one of the great places that tells us about Native American history in Texas.
22 American Indian groups once occupied the surrounding ridges, where they held strategic views of the landscape and interacted to strengthen their bonds and alliances.
This was a major trading site in the state. You'd have native groups that came up from the coast, that came from the east, that came from the plains, that came from, south of the Rio Grande up this way, and they met here at different times of year to trade and to have celebratory kinds of occasions like intermarriages between clans to form bonds between their peoples.
Artifacts discovered in the area date to the Paleo-Indian period nearly 10,000 years ago, although most are associated with the Camino Real's peak in the 16th and 17th centuries.
We were very lucky in this area to apply for and receive a Texas Preservation Trust Fund grant from the Texas Historic Commission. We applied for a $30,000 grant and we raised $30,000 in matching funds here for a total of $60,000 towards the archaeological effort here in the Rancheria Grande. So we were extremely happy that the THC had that money available for organizations like ours to work towards so that we could document this really just tremendous site.
Property owner Eugene Bauman helped archaeologists find old post holes with ceremonial objects near areas where Indians lived in thatched huts.
It was relatively peaceful here. No major wars or uprisings between the Spanish and the Native Americans here. It was a relatively peaceful time. They traded in this area frequently. The Spanish would give them different kinds of goods that they had, and the natives would trade with them other goods that they had for different items that the Spanish wanted. So it was definitely something, a reciprocal relationship which they lived together here on the Rancheria.
Artifacts discovered at the site reveal a diversity of cultures and eras. These types of artifacts are on display at the Milam County Museum in nearby Cameron. Read all about it in the latest issue of the Medallion at thc.texas.gov/medallion.